Good morning, everybody. Welcome
Morning,
to
morning.
another Crypto Market Monday. Trade Intuition in the house. How you doing, bud?
Doing good, doing good.
Excellent. I'm glad you were able to make it this morning. Because for those who watch him, I don't think you did, and were able to even do your stream yesterday, were you?
No, not yesterday. Computer issues, but I think I got it squared away, so we're good to go.
But listen, every day this guy right here, 3 p.m., giving you like some free trading, like knowledge to every single day. I honestly don't know how this man does it every single day. But link to his channel in the description. So make sure you go ahead and follow him if you're not already following him. Let's see who's in the house already. Oh, 100 Air in the house. Welcome. Oh, goodness. Don't worry about it. I get it. You can't make Friday all the time. I understand. And for those who weren't on, Crypto on the Rocks Friday was great, but I'll tell you what, after hours, woo, we had a great time. We had a great time every time. We always do. So I appreciate it when you can make it 100 Air. I appreciate it. You're here today. I'm assuming you've already seen it, but I sent you some links for a live stream I'm doing tonight. I was going to talk about it later, but now that we're here, I guess I'll talk about it now. I'm going to guess that everybody has already heard here the second attempt on Trump. So I'm putting together. Bedell and I did a live stream, the first attempt, and so I'm doing a preliminary live stream on YouTube and Patreon, Odyssey, and X for like just giving you the basic information as we know it at the time of that live stream. And then what's going to happen is I'm then going to shut that live stream down, transition over exclusively to Patreon. So you, again, behind the paywall, because I don't need YouTube trying to like censor my channel at this point, because you know they already do. So I'm gonna do that, and that'll go as long as it needs to in order to get that information out. And 100 Air, you are invited. I would love to have your opinion there and so on. So there it is. That's a little ahead of the game for for what I was going to promote here. But all right, we're going to start this out with, as we do every Monday, pissing people off with the national debt. So here last week when Joe and I were here is what the national debt was. You can see it right here, 35 trillion 359 billion. That was the national debt last week. So let's bring up the debt clock as it's ticking away right now. And I'm sorry, it drives me nuts. So
it's so funny too, because right when you mentioned the before we went on air, right before we mentioned the debt clock, it's like, oh yeah, my blood pressure medicine. Man, I tell you what, every time I see this, my blood pressure just goes up and up and up. And the part that gets me so upset is that we are not doing this. We are not the cause of this debt.
Exactly.
It's the one who loves to put us under their thumb, and it's sad as a society that we have to suffer for the action of others. But
and it's not just us, though, Joe.
Right,
it's future generations.
True. But on top of that, like, we have to be very quiet with what we say because of the censorship.
Yes.
And like, so for me as a content creator, I understand like what I can say and what I can't say, because there's a lot of trigger words as like, man, I don't want to get demonetized. I don't want to get canceled. My previous channel that I had, for whatever reason, they decided, I just got canceled. Yep. And I asked them why. Never got a response.
Oh, you'll never get a response. Yeah,
exactly. And I had my people also message them. It's like, what's going on? Why is it? Because I didn't do anything, not that I'm aware of. And I even read the after the fact, I read the terms and conditions, and it's like I didn't do any of that. 8 months later, they send me an email saying, "Oh, you're reinstated." No apology, no explanation why, no nothing.
Sorry we crushed you. None of that.
Yes. So it's very sad,
Yes.
but it is what it is, and we can only do what we can do. So I strongly urge everybody, tune in every single day here, get the info that you need, and then not only that, but especially the stuff that's behind the paywalls.
Yeah.
Definitely do that, because that's where the information where we really can't talk about, because due to we just got to be careful with what we say. But yeah.
Yep. No, facts, Joe. Those are facts, and right now we're talking mostly about the debt and who's putting it on there. But like I was mentioning just a little while ago, even to have the live stream that I'm having later today, to
Right.
do that on YouTube would be detrimental to my channel.
Oh yeah.
So again, here we go. So 35 trillion, 378 billion. So again, what is that? Another
It's too much.
28 trillion, something like, 28 billion in a week. Okay, I got to get this off the screen because yeah. You took your blood pressure medicine, I did not. So
Yeah, it's
it's
ridiculous.
just, oh man. Tech Man, good morning. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate it. Let's see. What is 100 AO saying? Ray Dalio says this will only get worse. Well, it's true. I mean, how can you keep adding $1 trillion to the debt every 90, 100 days and expect that that's going to be a good thing?
Right.
I mean, seriously. What did he say? Reinstated after the election. Yeah. Listen, Tech Man, hopefully you can join us tonight. I'll promote it now because I can see more people are jumping into the stream here. I'll promote it one more time. Doing a live stream, preliminary live stream on YouTube, X, all that other baloney, about the second attempt from yesterday. Hold on, let me get that out of here so everybody can see that. And then we're going to be going behind the paywall, kind of like Joe was just mentioning. So we can talk. This is the on the paywall. What we're going to be doing, basically a deeper dive, the information as we have it at that point, and what. Okay, I don't want to get into it here. I'm already getting going. Okay, let's take a quick look because as we always do on these Crypto Market Mondays, on the Fear and Greed Index for crypto here. And here it is. Bring that up. We are in fear, according to this, 39. Although that's a little higher than I expected it to be. Completely honest with you. Right. And yesterday down from yesterday, obviously, but still, kind of higher than I expected. What you got any take on that, Joe? Any thoughts?
Yeah. With that being said, I do think that. For me personally, it's a little higher than I thought too. I thought it would be low 30s, probably even at 24-ish. With, I think what might be cranking it up a little bit is possibly the Fed rate cuts later this week, which is in 2 days. So yes, I think that's what's probably kind of helping the market a little bit right now. But I would expect it to be at least at 24. I mean, the market doesn't look great. It does not look great at all. So.
Not at all. And Joe just mentioned about the Fed rate cut. I'm going live at 1:45 on Wednesday, and we're going to watch that whole thing live. Joe, you're welcome to join. I think I might have sent you that link already, but you're obviously welcome to join. But I know that that's back to back to your live stream, so you do what you got to do. But you're always welcome. Always welcome.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, of course. So anyway, so watch for that. I forgot about that. I got live streams all week here, guys. We're going to talk about another one later, but let's see. Just want to check the comments real quick. Tech Man saying, no way you can talk about the mental health. Yeah, exactly. You can't talk about anything, it seems, of any importance, I guess, here on YouTube without getting, censored, throttled, whatever you want to call it.
I'm pretty sure you can speak about the woke people. I'm pretty sure you can talk about all that stuff in reference to the other candidates.
Yeah. If you were negative, that yeah.
I'm pretty sure like all that stuff is very welcomed, but when you start talking about the actual truth, it
Yeah, it's like
you know,
this.
it's,
You
yeah.
know, none of that. None of that. All right. One more thing I want to go and touch on, and it'll be a great pivot to Joe's half of this stream here. Is this President Bukele? If I'm butchering his name, I apologize in advance. From El Salvador, is just made an announcement that El Salvador will no longer borrow external debt to finance its budget. This, what, 3 years after they've added Bitcoin into their treasury and basically are stacking one Bitcoin every day. They no longer need the IMF to fund the government. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. That's the way I see it. I mean, you throw in any thoughts you want, Joe, on this. I mean,
And that's because right now the price of Bitcoin is 58. Just imagine, next year, now it's maybe 100. Maybe
yep.
they just 2x their money. And then of course, it will go down and it will go up, but eventually just holding it, 58 to 100 and then to 200 and then like sky's the limit really. So
Exactly. And to me, this is something that how do I put this, becomes more of an incentive for other countries to basically do the same, right? I mean,
and a few years ago, none of the countries were doing this. A few years ago, I forget which one was the first one to do it, but when they did, it was big news. And then
El
shortly
Salvador,
thereafter,
they were the first one. They were the
and
first
then shortly thereafter, a few months, then another one did it, and then another one, and then to me though, I think it's so amazing that because I always think of the government as like a separate entity from crypto, and they it's kind of like water and oil, like they don't mix.
They don't mix.
But right now, like the government see their money, inflation, everything. It's long term. It's not, in my opinion, going to survive. Just like how other countries now they use their dollar money to make ornaments because it's worthless. And now that's what I'm thinking here too. Is okay, these governments they see that, but if they have something that can't be printed and devalued, even though they're the ones printing it, or they're using the dollar as their I can't think of the words right now, but
as their tender. Yeah,
there you go. Then with crypto, I mean, it's hopefully potentially just going to keep on going, and I'm just amazed that they see crypto as the answer. And it's so funny too, because even now when I talk to people about crypto, oh, that's a scam and this.
Oh, still,
are you kidding me?
Yeah, sure.
The governments are doing this. Like the governments are actually backing crypto. BlackRock. Have you heard of them? Have you heard of Wells Fargo? Have you heard of these big national banks? Like they're all into crypto now because they know, for one, it's not a scam. Is it volatile? Yes.
Sure.
However, it's nothing like the dollar that can just get printed, and then the value just comes down and down.
Exactly. You just can't buy shit with it. Well, prices go up on what you see, but that's because you're devaluating the dollar. Automatic Beats has made it. Welcome, sir.
There he is.
Always good to have you in the house. Always good. Techman saying, if they all implement BTC as a store of value, it will cause supply issues and become a stable coin. Well, you know what? Maybe.
True.
I mean, yeah.
Well, in a sense, but
in a sense, yeah. But like Joe and I were talking about, was it 2 weeks ago? Well, then you move on. Okay, what's the next one? Is it Litecoin? Is it BCH? Is it whatever? You know what I'm saying? Again, whatever you believe. I'm great with Bitcoin. I think it's going to be the thing that helps with the adoption, et cetera, et cetera. It's part of every crypto portfolio I put together. But I think there's other options, I guess. But yeah, think about the fact that, I don't know, to me, this is an incentive. This is an incentive for other countries to be able to say, well, they did it, why can't we? So, let's see what else we got here. Oh, Crypto Jar in the house. Welcome, sir. Always great to have you. Always appreciate you being here. So all right, we went through pissing everybody off with the debt. We went through the fear and greed index, and we just looked at El Salvador no longer needing the IMF because of Bitcoin. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, and you could probably tell from the thumbnail, is yesterday there was the second attempt on Trump. And again, just to remind you,
kind of lagging a little bit. But yeah, so we will be having that later on tonight at
thank
7 p.m. Oh, go ahead.
No, thank you for catching me on that. I didn't see that I lost internet connection there for a second. But yes, thank you for picking that up. And so watch that tonight. Now, when that happened, or about the same time that happened, we saw Bitcoin and the crypto market kind of dropped out a little bit. We started the weekend out above 60K. We were looking pretty good. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that correlation is causation. Not saying that. Okay, so before I get any nasty comments or whatever, but I see it as a curiosity on the market. So to that end, I'm going to turn it over to Joe here, and he can tell me I'm completely crazy or whatever.
No, I think you're right. And it's just like anything that happens, whether it's conflicts or possible, airstrikes or anything like that. I mean, the market freaks out. And what they'll do is they'll take out their money from crypto and certain stocks and put it into oil and anything that copper, anything that could potentially fund the conflicts. So, I mean, that's what they do.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Seeing you mentioned copper, how do you feel about copper as a store of value? I think it is going to be a huge store of value.
Yes, huge store of value. A few years ago, one of my buddies told me about it. It was like copper, like why not like gold? Like everybody knows gold. He was like, Joe, everything is made out of copper. Everything.
Exactly.
And I was like, never thought of that. But it's so true.
Yep.
So copper, in my opinion, now granted, gold has gone up, quite significantly in the past few years.
Yes.
But in my opinion, copper you need it for everything that you do throughout the day. So copper is a definite
every device,
approval.
Every whatever building these. Yeah, I mean, my goodness. I appreciate we're on the same page with regard to that. Real quick, Deeper Knot in the house. Welcome, sir. Appreciate you. And he's saying, is Trump the only U.S. president in history to have an assassination attempt twice? I think so, or at least that we've been told about, and I believe so. But in fairness, he's a presidential candidate again at this point, just to throw that out there.
So to add to that, is he the first one in history to be just a candidate and have two attempts? I've never heard of a candidate getting attempted once.
Yep, same here. I mean, I'm sure there might have been back in history because but that's a great question, and yeah, exactly. I mean, everybody calls him Mr. President, whatever, blah blah blah. Which, out of respect, that's just what it is, regardless. But so
there was a clip that I saw. It was on YouTube. It was one of the shorts where it was the standing president with the vice president walking into, and I believe it was like a fire station or something.
Yes.
And everybody just kind of like looks, and it's kind of like, your neighbor or something, like, oh, Bob's here, and they continue doing the thing. Then when
Trump,
when Trump,
that's all right.
I'm trying to
at this point.
Yeah, but when Trump walks in, everybody starts woo and starts clapping, and I mean that's just a great feeling. I mean to have the sitting president right now with the vice president come in, no, everybody's
like
whatever. And then when Trump comes in, it's like, now if he doesn't win, man, that is going to be so horrible, in my opinion. Like, And what's so funny though, and I know we're kind of getting off topic, but I think
Yeah, a
what's so
little bit.
funny is when all these people are interviewing certain people, it's like, are you voting for this one or this one? And they say the other one, and then I go, why?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, she's a female, okay, and like what else? Oh, she's a woman of color. Okay, but like, what has she done? Well, I'm not really like that much into like her policies or anything, but I'm voting
Yep,
for her.
yep,
It was like,
yep,
come on, man.
yep, yep. But
But yeah,
sadly, I mean, I guess you could say most people do vote, and I guess I don't even care what country you're in,
right,
probably on an emotional basis. I
right,
mean, you know what I mean? Not a lot of people, I would assume, vote on the merits or the policy or the whatever. I would assume.
right.
I mean, I may be completely wrong, and if there's a study out there that shows I'm wrong, by all means, tell me. But I mean, my over 50 years of observation and in the electoral space since I started voting is telling me, no, you're spot on there, brother.
Right.
Anyway, all right, we got a little bit off topic. You want to talk more about that tonight's live stream? Okay, 7 p.m. here. Let's bring up your chart, and Joe, go. It's all you.
All right. Awesome. Well, right now a lot of coins are dumping. They're coming down pretty fast, aggressively right now. Could it be because of Bitcoin? Could it be because of the recent information that we've been providing today? Possible. Like nobody knows, but the only thing that we can do is see the data that's in front of us.
Yes.
Right now, of course, Bitcoin is coming down. It was at 60. Then, of course, it started coming down. Now, whenever you have a pump, you expect to retrace. And then whenever the coin dumps, you expect it to pull back a little bit. Right now, so we are expecting the pullback. And in my opinion, I think, and especially with the news that's coming out, I think this was my plan where it could possibly come up, come back down into our order block, come back up a little bit. Because again, after every retracement, there's a slight little pump before it continues down. I do think that we're going to see Bitcoin coming down to about 56 before potentially it goes up in 2 days. So I'm expecting this to happen within the next 2 days. Then, of course, we're going to get the rate cut information if we
On
get it at
Wednesday.
all, which more than likely we will. And then I'm seeing possibly a pump because that's usually what happens after a rate cut. Now, it's
Yes.
very dangerous, though. It's very dangerous because once we get the information, usually the market makers will dump the coin because everybody's going long right now. Will dump the coin just to liquidate those people, get those stop losses hit, then reverse it, pump it up, and then sometimes do it one more time because that's how they make their money.
Yes.
So you just have to be very, very careful. Matter of fact, there's a few coins that I saw last night. I told my group about it, and I said, man, like we're already in one of them. I don't want to post a lot because, well, it could fake us out. And right now, hopefully this is not a fake out. Hopefully it does come down to around, as I mentioned, about 56 before potentially coming up. And if we do get to about 65, I'm expecting a pretty significant drop to breaking this 60.6, but possibly here 59, and then we just see from there. And it's for me overall, though, I do expect Bitcoin to come down. I'm not bullish on Bitcoin at all at the moment, just due to the fact that it's been making lower lows and lower highs until it breaks, this high, which would be 65. And here we're saying it's going to go underneath it. But until it breaks 65 and creates a higher high around 68 or maybe even 69 and a higher low, then it's changing the trend. Right now, we're in this downtrend. Lower highs, lower lows. Until it breaks this, I'm not bullish on it. I do think, along with everybody else, where we may come down to about 40, 42 in this range before potentially going up. It would be better if we came down before we go up instead of going up, because if we go up, expect a pretty hard crack. Well, I wouldn't say crash, but a pretty hard
Retrace.
retracement. Yeah. And so just be very careful, guys. But know in the long run, if you just buy it, hold it, sit on it, you're going to make money. Right now, this is more mainly for all the traders that are out there who are just holding it for a week or two. Right now, I would expect it to do this number. But again, nobody knows what's going to happen until after the fact. And it's very easy to say after the fact, oh, I told you plan A, plan B, and plan A worked. So I was right, So we'll just see what happens.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, and Bitcoin leads the crypto market. So, I mean,
yes. I mean, you might have some anomalies where a coin may be doing very well while Bitcoin's doing not so good. But normally, if Bitcoin's coming down, because Bitcoin does run the show, if Bitcoin's coming down, usually it takes the market with it. When Bitcoin's going up, usually it takes the market with it. So we're always using Bitcoin as the gauge.
Yeah,
that's very true.
It's the indicator. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, well, it's going to be interesting to see. This is going to be an interesting week, like you said. Wednesday we got the Fed rate cut. We obviously have already got a little bit of a retracement going on from the weekend. So we'll see. We'll see. I think we're going to have a lot of volatility this week, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but is going to be in contrast to what we've seen. I mean, it's been kind of crabbing for the most part, right? I mean, over the last couple of weeks at least. I think.
And like for me right now, like I'm so cautious on posting these shorts and telling people about the shorts, just because in 2 days, like who knows, like it could just take everything to the moon, which I mean, literally speaking, it probably just up like 20-30%. But right now, I mean, it's not looking good. Like all these coins, I mean, this might be the precursor to a reversal. Because some of these coins, they're good long as far as the overall picture, the macro, the
long-term hodl,
right. But right now, I mean, they're all breaking levels, and so my suggestion to everybody, of course, not financial advice, but always have a stop loss. Set your targets. Don't get greedy, especially right now. Do not be greedy. Just take your profits.
Yeah, the whipsaw will get you.
Yes, big time, man.
Yeah, the whipsaw will get you. All right. Oh, well, is there anything else you want to throw out? I mean, beyond Bitcoin or anything? You don't have to. I'm just asking while we're here.
Yeah, just remember that, especially on these Monday reports, make sure to take your blood pressure medicine prior to, because it'll get your stuff pumping. And just make sure to watch us. Watch us tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to get crazy, guys. It's going to get crazy. There's a lot of stuff, again, that we cannot say. So behind the paywalls, we cover a lot of great information. So strongly recommend doing that.
Yeah. It's got to, I don't know. Again, it's got to be because.
But that's pretty much all I got.
Okay. Excellent. I appreciate it. So let's recap here a little bit. And hey, just I guess I probably should say it. If I don't, I'm just doing myself a disservice. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tick the bell icon, click the all. That way you get notified every time we're live. Make sure that you hit that like, hit it, smash it up. It does help because for sure, this channel is being throttled. So I appreciate any help to get by that. So thank you very much. And now let's see right here. This is the important stuff. If you're looking to learn how to trade, this man right over here does it for free, 1 hour every day on his channel. Link to his channel in the description. Joe, give him the quick spiel, and then we'll go on with what's left for the week.
Yeah. So pretty much, I show you in the most simplistic way on how to trade. I don't use the complicated terms or, all these patterns and candlestick names. And I make it super easy. Support, resistance. And that's what everybody loves about the way I teach. It's very down to earth. It's very relatable. So definitely check me out every single day, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And my goal is to get rich with you, not because of you. That's why I teach you what I know. And that way you can make money. And then if you want to join the group, well, then you join the group. You don't have to join the group to learn. So definitely check me out every day, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Excellent. Appreciate you. I do. All right. So for me, let's start with tomorrow. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. The Matrix Money podcast is going to be doing a Matrix Money talk with Daniel Diaz. He is the executive director of Citizens for Sound Money. So myself, JAR, and FF will be looks like I lost internet again there for a second. Am I back yet?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. So make sure you join myself, JAR, and FF live tomorrow. We'll be doing it on the Matrix Money podcast channel, but we'll be simulcasting it on all our other channels. So you can ask questions live. We're going to be talking gold. We're going to be talking silver. We're going to be talking Bitcoin, blockchain. You name it, we're going to be talking about it with this guy. Links will be for him, so you can go do your own research with him. Will be in the description of that live stream. But make sure you're joining us 10 a.m. Eastern Time for that tomorrow. And now, again, like we've been mentioning throughout this live stream, we're going to be doing at 7 p.m. a preliminary live stream tonight on attempt number 2. Yeah, anyway, and that will be followed by an exclusive behind the paywall deeper dive live on Patreon for the information that we can't say here. So that's what's coming up. Again, I appreciate everybody being here today. Joe, anything else you want to throw out there before we wrap this puppy?
No, just be safe, guys. This week's going to be very volatile, so just be safe.
Yeah, amen. All right, we're heading out. Appreciate you being here from Crypto Market Monday, and we'll be seeing you later tonight. Hope you have the chance to join us. All right, take care, everybody.
See ya.